Alright guys, welcome back to Demko Modelworks. Jake here with you, just doing a video for you today. Going to take you through and show you what's been kind of going on the last 3 or 4 weeks. Sorry I haven't had a chance to do a video. My wife and I had been real sick and we were down and out for 3 weeks. So, anyway, we're back up and running again now, and one of the days that I started feeling better, I came out here and tried to push myself to see how far I could go, and I started working on my Enterprise D and got most of it together. Still have quite a bit to do left on it. Still got to do some light blocking on the bridge, the bridge area. Still have quite a bit of putty work to do. My trench work, I got to putty over where the trench goes, to cover over the wires. I've got some decals coming, so we'll go through and take care of all that. But let me turn it on and show you what's going on. Let me turn my light off, but you can see it's all really nice and pretty. The flash, let me zoom in, and maybe you can see the flash. It may still be too bright in here for that, but all the navs are working, the strobes are working real nice. Still have a couple of pieces to put on, clear pieces for the shuttle bays and stuff, but let me flip it over here for you and show you the warp nacelles and everything else. The Bassard collectors, everything is lit up real nice. So very pleased with how it's going on this. Time consuming for sure, because of the fact that this is the clear version. You have to scrape out the windows instead of drilling them, which makes it a whole lot better, to where you don't have your oddball windows where you drill out the top and then the bottom and etch it out, and they might be off a little bit or whatnot, but it still looks real good, and it looks really good in the dark. When it's done, I'll take some night shot pictures of it and put it up on Facebook and go from there. But that's what's going on with that. And now I had to put the 350 Reliant on hold for a little while, for a couple of months, waiting for some Aztec masking for it and some photo etch parts excuse me, for it. He's in the process of making them, and the Reliant mask is going to be the Reliant, as you know, has a different paint Aztec pattern than the refit. Now, a lot of the folks out there that are building the 350 Reliant are using the 350 refit Enterprise Aztec masking, and that looks pretty good. I've seen quite a few of them that look like that, and it turns out real well. But we're going to use the Aztec pattern that was used for the Reliant, so we're waiting for that to come in. So while that's on hold, let me I started a new project. I'll do a video build series on this one. This will be the 1/1400 scale Enterprise C model. It's actually the Pro Shop Yamaguchi, and we're going to go through there and walk you through and show you what we're going to be doing with that. So let me get that set up for you, and I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. What you see here in front of you is the saucer section of the 1400 scale Enterprise C, or the Yamaguchi. Actually, this is the Pro Shop version, which is a clear, just like the Enterprise D. And so you can see what we have. I've already done all the base coating on it. I've gotten all the, got it all primed. One thing, guys, is with these clear versions of these model kits, is you have to light block it from the outside. You cannot put your light block in there and then put your paint and your all your detail painting and stuff on the outside, simply for the fact that if you light block it on the inside, you lose the ability to light up the windows. So you have to put your light block coat down, then your primer, then your base coat, and then your secondary color, your tertiary colors. So that's what we've done here. We've got the light blocking coat, which is a couple of coats of black, and then a couple of coats of primer, and then the base coat, which is a light gray. And what I used for that one, let me get the paint. Stuff's falling all over me here, but I was using the glossy enamel Ace Premium Paint Plus Primer, the light gray, and it works really well as the coat. You know, it puts it down a gloss coat, so it'll make it a little bit easier to put the decals and stuff on. So, but it works. You know, this is made by Rust-Oleum, so it works real well with most all the paints and stuff. So, but what I've done is as you can see, I've gone through and gotten my top saucer just about done. I got to go back through and do some detail painting around this inner ring right here. Let me zoom in, see if I can't get you. There we go. But I have this inner ring right here inside this little blue ring, to where this is that little area inside that blue ring is the base color. And so, and I'll tell you what I used for this is the Vallejo Model Air. It works really good. This is the 71.343, the Russian AF gray for the darker blue on the inside, and then the blue flanker, or the flanker blue, which is the 71.337, and this is the closest you're going to find, because of the and this is the lighter blue. Model Masters quit making the Russian flanker blue, which is the lighter blue, so this is the closest thing I found, and as you can see, it turned out real well. So the plan for this is this is not going to have any flashing lights on it. This is just going to have basically what they call a static lit, basically, or like a still picture. When you plug it in, all the lights are going to come on. There's not going to be any flashing strobes or navs on it. It's just all going to be a steady on. So we'll walk you through on how to light block. I still got to go through and drill the holes for the navigational lights, and then the strobe light right there. We're going to be using some you know, the red and the green 3mm. I don't know how well that's going to work with these 1.8mm, but that's what we're going to be using. And so, you know, and I still got to drill, you know, scrape out all the windows on here. I've already started scraping out the windows on here, but I realized that this, where the windows are, is this light blue, so I had to kind of spray back over it and go back through and just kind of lightly scratch them out. But the plan is to use some LED light strip, you know, a couple of rows of the LED light strip in here, top and bottom, and then we'll have our constant on nav lights and stuff like that. We'll have a couple of I'm gonna try to drill out a hole right here in the center to have the spotlight effect, and this is going to be called the USS Kestra. This is for a client of mine. This is, you know, he builds these ships for his own little, renames them and everything, so it looks, you know, it's going to look real nice when we have the decals for that already. And we're just going to have this where it'll just plug into a wall with a jack, and you know, like I said, no board, no flashing lights or anything, but we have, like I said, we have a lot of work to do on this, and we'll go through and do a video build series on this kit, since we had to put the Reliant on hold. So I don't want to leave y'all hanging in the dark without any, you know, without any videos for a while, but it's coming along, guys. We'll have some stuff to do on it, and get back on the next video on it, part 2, and go through and show you some of the wiring, and I'll have some more painting done on the secondary hull. On the secondary hull, speaking of, if you notice on the Enterprise C, it has this grid line. So basically what we'll do on this one is we'll spray the darker blue on this entire area, and then go back through, tape off with a little bit of tape. Let me see if I can find it. This tape you can get at Michael's works real well. It's this little bitty, comes in a pack of 3, and this is the smallest, the narrowest tape size you can get in the pack. And we'll go back through, and once we get the darker blue put on, we'll go through and use this tape and tape off the grid line pattern, and then we'll spray the light blue on top of that, and then when we take the tape off, we'll have the darker blue grid lines, and then we'll have the lighter blue area, and then we'll have to paint this the darker blue as well. So lots of work, lots of detail work on this ship. Have some had my buddy Cameron over at Cameron's Decals and such come up with some decals for the lifeboats. We'll be getting those in soon, and instead of having to go through there and paint all them, he kind of took some of the decals for the Enterprise D and resized them to make them fit to the Enterprise C here. So, but I had some spare parts from my Enterprise C that I took apart because it was falling apart basically. So we have some. You don't have to do a whole lot, because I have just got to clean up these. Took the flux chiller grills and just clean them up a little bit and get them cleaned up and ready to go. I have my Bassard collector caps already done from the Enterprise C, so we don't have to do too much more work on it. And then I'm going to have my dome base for it. I don't know if this one has the. Yeah, I'm going to have to, what I'm going to do to mount this is probably like the way I do all the rest of them, is use a dome base with some mounting rod, the all thread rod in there. So, but we'll get that taken care of. We'll get all that down the line. So part 2, I'll try to get up another video probably Monday or so. We'll do a little bit of work on the saucer section, get it lit, and I should have more painting done on it, on the rest of the ship, and go from there, guys. So until then, take care, guys. We'll see you in the community, and happy modeling, everybody.